So James, would you like to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about Harvest Green?
Absolutely. So yes, my name is James Clifford from Harvest Green Developments. I am the business development director here, and I've been with the business for 7 years in a month's time. Yeah, been part of the furniture for a while.
Long time.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We specialize in commercial solar. Our main stage of our work, and obviously what we've done over the past few years, is commercial solar, but we're increasingly layering in battery storage and EV charging mix as added services.
Yeah, brilliant. And you guys have some pretty big clients, don't you?
Yeah, we've got a few bigger clients that we work with. Absolutely, we're always trying to increase that mix. But
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's why we're working together.
Absolutely.
So how long have you guys been working with us so far? It's not been that long, is it?
No, since the beginning of the year, isn't it? So about 3 months.
Okay, perfect. And what part of the service has been most valuable to you so far?
As we've discussed, I feel that the service that you provide in terms of short-circuiting the sales process really useful. So obviously we've got a team that we obviously try and canvass the market. We try and do a lot of our own due diligence and a lot of our own investigations into which businesses are interested in solar and storage. But that initial part of the work obviously is time consuming, and it's challenging to be in the right place at the right time with someone who wants to move forwards. The beauty of working with your platform is that you are bringing us warm inquiries, warm leads to the business that we can then engage with those clients using the technical expertise that we've got, and it's a quicker process. So already we obviously got a couple of G99 applications in for the sites that we've looked at. 2 out of 4 is not a bad hit rate, and from that, obviously that's the next step of assessing whether those sites are going to be suitable for doing what we're trying to do. So those buying signals that are showing people showing their interest, people showing that they want to engage with this topic further and to understand and explore what options we can provide.
Yeah, that's really good. Two G99s, and is that like two G99s put in from them already?
Yeah, so two letter authorities. So we've submitted 2 G99s off the back of that, one per client for the two that have moved forward on that. And I like to think that there's probably going to be hopefully at least another one out of the 4 sites that we've looked at so far. Because like I said, if those clients are genuinely interested in what we're doing and they're a warm inquiry, then it should be relatively straightforward for them to want to move to the next stage. And that's always the challenge you've got with sort of general business development in the marketplace. You're always trying to get the clients that are wanting to move forward and progress to that next level of due diligence, interest in terms of what you're doing, pricing, etc. So it's to try and make sure that we're speaking to the right people at the right time.
Yeah, perfect. And sort of out of those 2 G99s then, do you think worst case one of them would probably go ahead, or
yeah, I'd like to think that one of those, or yeah, I'd like to think that both of them will move forward with solar. Obviously it's a role to make sure that's with Harvest Green Developments rather than our competitors. But as we spoke about when we first worked with you and looked to work together on the service, when we are at that level of meeting clients and showing them what we can do technically, showing them what we can do with the solutions for them, we have a really good hit rate in terms of transitioning that into a sale. Obviously there is wastage along the pipeline, as you would expect in any business.
Of course.
The vast majority of those people that drop out, in my experience, weren't ready to commit to buying a system or pushing forward with a PPA or something along those lines with anybody. So it's not a loss to us because they wouldn't have moved forward with anybody. So yeah, like I said, we try and keep as good a track rate on our opportunities that we do work on.
Perfect. And in terms of the sort of average deal size that we've put you in front of, what would you say that is roughly?
Of the ones we're looking at so far, I think the average is coming out at around about 140, 150 kilowatt. That sort of region.
Okay, that's quite a good size, I think, especially for what you guys are looking for. You quite like those bigger systems. And
absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think our average system size now is somewhere nearly in the region around about 400 kilowatt.
Okay.
And layering in more battery storage into that obviously adds to the transaction value. But yeah, of the ones we've looked at so far, yeah. But like I said, there's been good interest and really good conversations across the 4 sites I've looked at so far. It's obviously just trying to keep engaged with those clients and make sure that they understand what they need to do, what their options are available to them, and how we can support them moving forwards.
Yeah, of course. And how has the communication and customer service been with me and the team?
Yeah, really good, really straightforward. You've been receptive to improvements that I've suggested, only minor stuff, just in terms of little bits of extra detail that we would normally like to find. And each of the clients has been engaged with that process, so they've clearly been consulted with and prepped for the meeting that's been happening. So it's not like I've gone in there and it's been a surprise to them, which, as I said, we were really open with you. We haven't done anything prior to working with you in terms of this kind of market engagement, in terms of these inquiries. It was a worry and a fear of mine that the clients wouldn't be teed up in the right position. But before that we've been to see so far, it's been really straightforward.
And in terms of the sort of performance-based approach where we guarantee the attended appointment or we replace it, is that a scalable sort of approach for you guys?
Absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, our key interest is to grow our portfolio, and doing that, so we just got to have a bigger sales funnel. We're going to have more inquiries coming in. It doesn't matter what stage they're at, but obviously the stage where they're engaged with looking at solar, they're getting quotes, they're doing that kind of due diligence. That's an ideal stage to be involved with. As I said to you, if we can short circuit that sales process, and typically we can be looking and speaking with clients for 2-3 years before they really engage with the process, because it might just not be the right time for them, or they might not have the budget for it, or they might have done other schemes and have other interests for their capital. The approach so far with the businesses that you've brought to us has been that they're engaged, they're interested, they're ready to look at solar actively, and obviously that means that we can then go straight into design, development in terms of gaining permissions, and obviously costing out a solution for them, which is ideal for us, because then we're not having to wait 12, 18, 24 months to get them to ready for that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then one final question then, would you recommend us to other companies or solar installers to get a more consistent flow of work?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. As I said, it's a new process for us, and we're engaged in the marketplace to try and understand what the opportunities are like for us. But I've been really happy with the process that we've done so far, and the quality of the leads has been high. And like I said, we all know that this market, any kind of engagement with an end client can be hit or miss. You don't know exactly what their interest level is at. And like I said, from what we've discussed so far with the site meetings that I've had, the level of interest has been good.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with the quality of the leads you've put across, the level of data, the engagement from your team has been really good. The willingness to improve aspects of it where I've asked for a little bit more data is great. So yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Hence why we're carrying on with the
No, I really appreciate that.